Nnamdi Kanu life with
We begin with a court ruling that changes the game. Nnamdi Kanu must face trial. A judge has denied efforts to dismiss his case. His legal team had tried, but the court says there is enough ground for the prosecution to proceed. As we speak, Kanu is in the crosshairs of a high-stakes legal and political drama. Don't forget, if you're getting value from this, hit like and subscribe, share this with friends so they get the real story too. Now, here's where it gets sharper. The defense has introduced video evidence into the case clips, recordings, things that supporters argue tell a hidden story. These videos are now official exhibits. But pause being in evidence doesn't mean a verdict. The court must still test their authenticity, context, chain of custody. The defense sees them as powerful. They believe the footage shows political interference, overreach, or contradictions in how things were handled. Go ahead and comment. Do you think videos are stronger than written statements? On the other side, the prosecution will likely challenge each video questioning when it was recorded, by whom, whether editing was done, whether anyone manipulated context. The court will listen, weigh objections, and decide which clips hold up. While this unfolds in court, the political heat is rising. Activists and civic groups are calling for organized, peaceful marches. Some leaders in the southeast are stepping forward, offering to testify, to give public statements, or to rally their communities. These are not just spectators. They want to shape the narrative. So it's not just legal, it's emotional, regional, symbolic. You may hear media talk about video evidence indicts the federal government. That phrase is catchy but misleading. The videos may raise questions, they may challenge official actions, but they are not legal indictments in themselves. That is a narrative frame. The job of lawyers and judges is to scrutinize, cross-examine, exclude, admit, or reject. Be careful when you see bold headlines online. Always check whether the courts have agreed to the claims. Let's talk charges. Some reports have focused on terrorism, but behind the scenes, the specifics in filings are more nuanced. Lawyers for the defense have argued that certain counts of terrorism are not even in some versions of the case papers. So, one flashpoint is, will the state press terror charges or use other statutes? That decision shapes what kind of evidence is allowed, how serious the penalties, and how appeals might go. You can drop a comment. Which charge should matter more in this case? What's next? Expect more court dates. Expect rulings on admissibility. Judges will set paths for which videos stay, which fall. Expect counter motions from both sides. Expect public statements, rebuttals, maybe leaks. This is a long game. For viewers, it means staying alert, following credible sources, not trusting every viral clip. And if you share responsibly. Alright, let's continue the gist. Stay tuned, and please remember to like this video right now and subscribe so you don't miss the next update, because things are moving fast and the story is getting even deeper. So, as the case keeps unfolding, the whole southeast region is watching closely. People are talking in the markets, in offices, and on social media. Everyone wants to know what these new video evidences truly show. Some believe it's the biggest breakthrough in Kanu's defense, that the clips will expose contradictions or help his lawyers prove bias in how the case has been handled. Others say, let's wait. Let the court test everything before jumping to conclusions. And that's fair, because legal truth and public perception are not the same thing. The court doesn't rule based on emotion. It rules based on evidence that can stand scrutiny. Still, people are emotional about this. They feel it touches on justice, fairness, and the future of peace in the region. You see, Nnamdi Kanu's case has always gone beyond just one man. It's tied to years of agitation, questions about governance, and how regions feel represented in national politics. That's why every new development feels like a national event. Politicians, activists, even traditional leaders now weigh in, either calling for his release or urging calm. Recently, one well-known Southeast figure even offered to testify, saying he's ready to speak in court about what really led to this prolonged detention. That gesture added more tension and drama to the situation. And let's be honest, in every sensitive national case like this, Politics always finds a way to blend with justice. You'll notice how parties and leaders react differently. Some speak carefully, others use strong words to rally supporters. But one thing that's clear right now is that Nigerians are paying close attention. People want transparency, they want fairness, they want closure. Now, the part that has got everyone talking again is this. How come the video evidence suddenly became so central? From what we know, these are clips that capture statements, actions, and moments some supporters claim show political involvement in decisions that should have been purely legal. But again, whether those clips will change the course of the case depends on what the judge rules. Courts go through procedures. They check who recorded the videos, how they were stored, and whether they were tampered with. So yes, it's a major talking point, but it's still in the early stage. That's why I'll keep saying it. Be patient, follow verified updates, and don't spread rumors. And please, if you're watching this now, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. When you do that, it helps us reach more people and keeps you updated whenever new evidence or court decisions drop. Let's move deeper into what this means for Nigeria as a whole. The Nnamdi Kanu case has become a mirror reflecting how Nigerians feel about justice and equality. People in different parts of the country see it differently, but one thing many agree on is the need for lawful resolution, not violence or chaos. There have been calls for peace from community leaders, religious figures, and even some activists who support Kanu. They say that no matter how passionate people are, every action must stay peaceful and lawful. And that's something I respect, because real change doesn't come through destruction. It comes through persistence, unity, and calm dialogue. If you agree, drop a comment below and tell me, how do you think the government and Kanu supporters can reach peaceful common ground? Let's have a civil conversation. Now, here's another interesting layer: the Southeast politicians. There's a growing divide among them. Some leaders publicly say they support justice for Kanu, while others stay silent or align with federal policies. That difference in opinion is fueling what many people now call a silent political battle in the region. Some see it as betrayal, others call it strategy. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain: this division makes the situation even more complex. While all this is happening, the court process itself remains steady. Judges continue their duty, lawyers prepare new motions, security presence is always tight during hearings. Reporters stand outside the court updating live feeds, and citizens follow through social media hashtags. You can literally feel how one man's case has become a nationwide discussion about justice, identity, and unity. Please like this video if you're still watching. It really helps the platform notice this story, and subscribe so you can join our community of people who want truth, not noise. Now let's talk about possible outcomes. 3 things could happen next. First, the court might rule that the videos are admissible and continue to full trial, giving both sides a chance to argue in detail. Second, the court might limit which clips can be used, which could affect how strong or weak the defense case becomes. Third, there could be another appeal from either side, extending the timeline again. So, in short, this is not ending soon. It's a process that could take months or even longer. But beyond the law, there's also the emotional exhaustion. Many families, communities, and young people in the Southeast say they are tired of tension, tired of uncertainty. They want peace, jobs, development, and safety. And they believe that resolving this case the right way could open a new chapter for dialogue and healing. That's the deeper side of this gist that most people don't see. And as I said before, this isn't about taking sides. It's about telling you what's happening as it is. The truth is, every country faces moments where justice must prove it's fair to all, and this is one of those moments for Nigeria. The world is watching, Nigerians are watching, and history will judge how it's handled. Before I move to the closing part, please take 1 second, click the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe. Doing that supports this kind of balanced, truthful content and helps more people see what's really going on without bias. Alright, now let's wrap this up. The video evidence in Nnamdi Kanu's case has definitely shifted public attention again. Whether it indicts the federal government or not will depend on how the court interprets it, not what headlines say. Southeast politicians remain divided, activists are vocal, and citizens continue to demand fairness and peace. The next few court sessions will be crucial. Every ruling could shape the tone of this entire case moving forward. So as we wait, let's keep conversations respectful. Support justice, support peace, and remember that our voices can build or break society. Let's choose to build. And please, If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown and you want more real-time gist like this, hit that like button right now and subscribe so you'll be among the first to get the next update when the next court decision drops.